This is Oscar Bevis for the Stomping Ground, powered by Wow Hydrate and available on the DAZN. Dean?
Yes, my man.
Good to see you, my man. Yeah, good, mate. I've got to say that...
Black box, man. Anyone, hit me up.
That is sick.
I'm
feeling
money, man. I got this in black and white, the green. I got it in the purple. I'll be wearing mainly a lot of my own products, man. You know what I mean? We've got to get the brand out there. Just keep it moving. The black box apparel, tracksuit, short sets. Yeah.
Well, I've been speaking to Leon, your boy. Next Black Box show, the Stomping Ground will be in attendance. And I guess just lifting up every single time.
Yeah, no, we're trying, man. We're trying. You know, this game is there's always trials and tribulations in this boxing thing. But, you know, we got through last one. Imagine, it was crazy. We got, like, pull-outs on the day. I've never really... You know, like, actually on the day, like, the actual home fighter, though, didn't turn up. I've never had that. Maybe, like, the away fighter not turning up. But, yeah, we lost 2 guys. Plus, I lost a lot of money for that as well. Bloody hurt my feelings. But, hey, look, we got through it. And then had a little break in Miami. Brought Alfie out there. We got some good training and stuff, good weather. And then we enjoyed some boxing out there with the Misfits and those guys. So, yeah. And on to October the 19th. That's the date what we've got penciled in. So, it's looking very promising. So, yeah, let's see.
Yeah, bring on October the 19th. So, Misfits, Miami, obviously not a bad place to get stuck and do your thing and go out and have some fun. Where do you stand with Misfits? Because it's been going for a while now. They've kind of embedded themselves in the boxing scene, but you're always going to get them critics. Where do you stand with it?
You know what? To be honest, there was some of the boys. There was half decent fights, and they understand, you know, the boxing mindset a little bit. You know, you could see some of them with their chin up in the air a little bit too much. There was a highlight reel knockout for that kid as well. You know, Malik Scott kept shouting, "Put your chin down, put your chin down," but he kept pulling out with his chin up, and eventually got caught. But I mean, you know, he didn't. When he got dropped, he got back up, and then he didn't hold. Another mistake. But pro fighters do that also. So, I mean, look, those guys are making bread. You know what I mean? Them boys have made a lane for themselves, and they're doing their thing. It is a hard one because you know, professional boxers work hard, are not being rewarded like those guys. But I guess those guys have worked hard in their respective fields to generate the numbers to warrant the money. So, it's swings and roundabouts. But I mean, we've got to respect them. You've got to respect anyone, to be honest, that goes in the rings and trades it out and gets busy. And they had some pro boys on there which weren't bad. There was one really good one. I think he was a 10-time national champion. I mean, it wasn't bad. You know, like they're going into Misfits Pro now and stuff. So it's interesting. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it was a good time out there. Very, very hot. Enjoyed myself.
Yeah, Miami's not a bad place, like I said, to kind of chill and do your thing. Yeah, you're right. Anyone who gets in the ring, I guess you've got to give some certain respect to. But where does it end, do you think? Is there like an end goal, do you think, for influencer boxing?
I'm not even sure.
Because these guys could have picked anything to do. If they would have played table tennis, people would have watched.
Those guys literally do anything, though. They're literally just doing. Didn't you see KSI had some football match, some influencer football match? They're just doing anything. They've got such a pull. Like you said, they can just organise basketball. They rap concerts. He's doing it in Dublin on August the 31st because he said he's not fighting or something. They're literally, whatever they put their hat to, and it's just cracking. They get into the bag. And that sort of gaming and, you know, streams and shit. It's like, it's something you should kind of maybe try and follow as professional boxers to get the numbers. Because Tommy Fury, man? You know, he came into boxing off the back of being in Love Island and the following, and then he was getting paid very good from, you know, these guys here, Frank Warren and them, and he was fighting some real bowlers. Right, there's the ant, the ants in your neck. That's spooky.
That's summer for you. That's summer in York Hall. Can I just say, the sort of climate that we're working with here,
it's crazy.
This is like a sort. You shouldn't be allowed to do boxing events. You shouldn't be allowed to do boxing events in the summer.
This is
at York Hall.
They were due to go up my leg and that and start acting kinky or something. I don't know what's going on. I'm getting out of here if I feel something moving. Look, I got the little tight pants on anyway.
No, but Joe, you're right what you said about Tommy Fury in terms of if you look at him now, he's fought Jake Paul and he's fought KSI. And if he was to walk away from the sport, he would have earned more money than, if we're being honest, everyone who's fought in York Hall at a professional level tonight. That's just how it is.
Absolutely. He's getting paid. You know what I'm saying? But that's what most people aspire to, getting paid and getting to the big money and getting... So, yeah, I mean, credit to him, credit to anyone who could, you know, build something from scratch, envision it, build it from scratch, and then get where they need to be and get rewarded for their endeavours.
Yeah. Well, we're talking big money. We might as well jump into Riyadh season, LA. Prior to the fight, now you can lie and make yourself look really good, or you can tell me the truth. What did you think would happen between Martin Bakole and Jared Anderson?
Do you know, I envisioned a very good, solid contest. I'm not going to lie, Bakole's been strong. He's been a little bit of a bulky man. He does all the basics very good. Good jab, solid, tough kid, puts his shots together. And I just like the way he boxes quite effortlessly. You know, you don't see that he doesn't seem to tie, but he doesn't over-exaggerate his shots.
He doesn't throw shots from the leg. Like them uppercuts, he was just kind of standing still and just throwing them. Yeah.
He's got a unique way of doing these things. Some people put a lot of energy into their shots and waste energy, but he doesn't seem to do that. And he seemed quite confident. I wanted to know where Jared Anderson was and how good he really was. And obviously, Bakole showed that he's the real deal. Even knowing, you know, he's a man that I thought was dangerous, and he's a man that the people are respecting by not fighting because they know how dangerous. He's like in the who needs him club. Not being funny, you could be as skillful as good as you want unless you bring something in terms of that star quality to draw. Why is anyone going to fight him? Because in terms of value, there's no value in it. You're giving him the value by giving him the chance to whoop your ass. You know what I'm saying? So in this game, it's smart. Just like, you know, Canelo fights who he feels he needs to fight because he's the draw. No one's going to go and wantonly just say, let's fight him because they know it's a hard night's work. Yeah. And he's showing people that, he's like, what is he, number one in the WBA, is it? Yeah, for a reason, you know what I mean? He's a danger cat. So, I don't know. He's trying, isn't it? Because the way he talks, obviously, he's from Africa. So obviously, his pronunciation is a difference. So sometimes with people, I don't know if it resonates with everyone and how, but he's trying to draw in the people by talking a little smoke talk and trying to bring them in, you know what I mean? But for me, I just feel like most people should stay the fuck away from that guy. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, let him get a belt, and then if he's the champ, then you could fight him. Yeah. But to fight him for the sake of fighting, just for bragging rights, he about to smoke something. Oh, he's going to make your night very, very difficult. But it's quite weird because Hunter jumped in the ring, was on pure smoke, and he didn't talk back with that smoke. He knows that's like probably an Achilles heel there, and it's probably a hard night for him also, because he's a smaller man, a faster man. So, you know what I mean? But I mean, look, everyone understands the game, because look, Hunter's calling him out, but he didn't say, let's fight next. He decided to go a different way and say, let me look at who else is on the radar for me to fight. But to be honest, he's called out some solid guys. Zhang,
not many want
Parker.
to fight. Not many will voluntarily fight Zhilei Zhang.
But no one's offering to fight Zhang, Parker, and who's the next guy?
Ajit Kabayel.
Yeah, Ajit Kabayel, fucking solid fighter as well. You know what I mean? So, I mean, look, credit to him and those boys. They've done their thing. Obviously, they got Sky and those guys, that guy Ben backing them. And, you know what I mean? They're doing their thing. But I don't know financially what money Sky can bring to most fighters. Unless it's on Riyadh season, the fights don't really get done because they don't probably have the money to draw the big fights. But now that they've got the Riyadh season behind them, potentially some of them fights will get made. But, you know, I think you got to be smart. I think Zhang and him is a good fight, though. Zhang's a big old bruiser, and Zhang is he's technically good for a big old lump. So, and he's got a decent jab southpaw, so it'd be interesting.
Yeah. Just on Riyadh season, and I guess its effect for boxing. Like a Saturday night fight night on Sky Sports with Boxer, TNT with Queensbury, or DAZN with Matchroom. I guess because of Riyadh season, we're going to get less of them. Like there will be regularly, you'll be able to stay in on a Saturday night in the UK and watch live boxing. But Riyadh season seems to be taking away a lot of the big fights and putting them on major cards. You look at September the 21st, Hamza Shiraz, Tyler Denny, a TNT headliner. Liam Smith, Josh Kelly, a headliner on any channel. It's good money for the fighters and the promoters, but we're losing a lot of top quality shows.
Are losing, having a good night. But look, this is Riyadh season in the UK, so it's finally here. So, I mean, on that occasion, it's going to be good. And it should be, the atmosphere hopefully should be the same. I don't know, because they're in the UK, I don't know. Obviously, it's kind of different for them because, you know, Islam and not drinking and that. I don't know how that affects everything. And I don't know what he's actually put down in contract-wise. Are they going to allow them to drink and enjoy and do? But, I mean, this is our culture. This is the UK. This is the boxing. So, I mean, I think we're in for something good. You know, you got the Daniel Dubois, AJ, and then those other fights mention, and those are good fights. I hope to be there.
Yeah.
I think I'm going away, but I think I'll be back the day before, to be honest. But I need to try.
I'd be surprised if Dean Whyte isn't at Wembley on September the 21st.
I need to bump some people for some tickets, man. So
play some promoters off of each other.
So,
Talking of AJ Dubois, a fight you're a fan of? I suppose you can't not be a fan of an all-British world title fight at Wembley.
It's a big fight. I mean, look, like AJ, like what he's done for the sport. You know, like him as a person, good guy. Daniel Dubois, same humble, nice kid, Daniel. Every time I see him, he's very polite, likes to smile. Daniel, he's quite a funny guy. I spoke to him recently, and I had to give him his credit because, you know, when he lost to Joe Joyce, you know, everyone writ him off and kind of, you know...
It's been a sensational comeback since the Joyce
defeat. Amazing run. So credit to him coming back, and that's what I was saying to him. Those wins, I said to him, to be honest, I actually bet against you every single time, and you managed to rise to the occasion. And I said, unfortunately, sorry, I'm going to bet against you again with AJ, because I just feel AJ has that much better experience, pedigree, and I think
if you're honest, though, I think a lot of people will probably be of the opinion that you were. A lot of the fights that Daniel's had, they might have gone, I'll probably go against Daniel here, but he's proved everyone wrong. So I don't think you're kind of saying something out of the box there, thinking he wouldn't have won those fights.
So I said to him, like, listen, big up to you, man. You've come back and you've knuckled down, and you've got a good relationship with Don Charles. And, you know, Don Charles is my guy. Big up Don Charles. He's done good with him. He's done good with a lot of the heavyweights he's got. I was at his house recently, and he bloody ended up convincing me that Daniel Dubois was going to win.
That's Don Charles, though.
He's a charmer. He managed to convince me, and I've started to believe him that he was going to win when I left his house. I was like, fucking hell. I said, I don't need to come around Don's again because, you know, he's messing up my brain. I'm like, you know what I mean? He's got me believing, like, I've got his number. I know this. I know that. We've got this plan. But look, I do wish them well, not going to lie. Do wish them well. And I hope both guys, you know, perform to the best of their abilities and may the best man win, you know what I mean? And hopefully make it a great British dust-up for the history's sake, and it will go down in the history as one of those great fights for UK heavyweight boxing, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, one fight that we've been banging on about I don't think we've ever done an interview where it hasn't been mentioned, is obviously Fury, Joshua. I know Joshua would have to do the business. Fury would have to win the rematch, unlike the first time against Oleksandr Usyk. Do you envisage a potential time next year where Usyk wins the rematch, Joshua wins, and we perhaps, as fans, just have to draw a line under Tyson Fury versus...
I'm getting moved.
Like a bush tucker trial.
Trust me.
Do you envisage a time where we might have to draw a line potentially under ever seeing?
I don't see what. I think that
AJ
fight's
Fury?
there. I think that fight's just there. It's always going to be there. I think Fury's now got it all to do December. I think I'm really going to be rooting for him. I think
we've got to root for him if we want that fight.
I'm saying he underestimated him a little bit. I think he was all that showboat, and I think he just needs to set up shop, man, and just execute the plan and get it done. You know what I mean? You know, like he got him hurt a few times and he didn't, you know, seal the job. I feel like too much messing about, hands behind your back. I don't know, man. I think he needs to hold the centre a bit, be a bit more the big man. Don't let the smaller man push you back, and try and big man him and see. But I don't know. It's easier said than done. That's one hell of a fighter, that guy there, and he showed it time and time again, Usyk. So I don't know, man. I really wish and hope he does it, and I'll be rooting for him.